Hi, grade threes. Today you are going to begin the process of writing a story from start to finish. Now that we have learned all the parts in the narrative diamond, we can put everything together to make a story. This project is going to take place over the next few weeks. Remember that writing a story takes lots of planning and time. You don't want to rush things.
For this assignment, it is really important that you try your best to complete everything for the day that we ask. We don't want anyone falling behind. We will make sure that you have more than enough time in the day to properly complete each activity.
As this is a big project, we also thought it would be a good idea to provide you with a step-by-step guide to follow along. In the shared resource for grade 3 folder, located in the ELA folder, is a Google slide called the Step-by-Step Guide to Story Writing. For each step in the Google slide, there will be a video to watch as well that explains everything that you need to know.
For today, we will work on completing step 1, which is brainstorming ideas. You can find this on slide number 2. Brainstorming ideas is such an important part to the story writing process, and we don't want you to miss this step. For today, your teacher has shared a document with you called Brainstorming Story Ideas. If you log on to your Drive and go to Share with Me, an icon on the top left hand of your screen, you'll be able to open the document. This document has been shared with everyone in your class, so please be mindful not to erase someone else's work. Write your name in the space provided on the doc so that we know you were there and that you contributed your amazing ideas.
So this document is going to have 3 sections. The first section is about characters. So write down some possible fantasy characters that you could use in a story. For example, you could add a king or a dragon as a character. If someone has already put a character that you were going to add, that's all right. We only need to see it once on the list though. So you can just skip over it and think of something else to write.
Perfect. The next section is about settings, which is where the fantasy story is going to take place. So we would like you to write down some possible settings that you could use in a story. For example, you could add a castle for a setting. In this document, we want you to make a really big list to help you start thinking about a great story.
And the last section, so the third section, is about a possible problem and solution that could happen in a fantasy story. So for example, you could write down a blank saves blank from the monster. So it could be the princess saves the mouse from the monster.
When you go to add an idea to any of these sections, please look where your cursor is, the little line, and that no one else is currently writing where you are. Add a dash and then your idea. Please write one idea and then hit enter and move your cursor down a line. That way we can make a list as a class.
So the idea for this activity is really to create a brainstorming page that the whole class can use. So as a class, this is something we would do as our discussion, and we would write all of our ideas on the whiteboard, but this time we're just going to use it in a Google Doc. So as a class, you want to write as many characters, settings, and problem solutions as you can. You will be reviewing this document tomorrow for step number 2 to story writing. So make sure that what you write is appropriate. Anything silly will be removed from the document and you will no longer be able to write in the document. The setting will be changed so that you can only view it. Otherwise, have a great time brainstorming, and you can check in for step 2 later.
We're very excited to see your creative ideas.